Hello, my name is Azmi and this is my show Brave New World. This week we're going to be a little bit literary because I want to talk about books. Last Christmas, my best mate and his lovely wife gave me a present, and there were books. It got me to thinking, I haven't read a book in a long time. No, of course I read, I teach, I have to read, but it's bits and pieces here and there, and you read on your phone, it doesn't feel the same. But to sit down and read a proper novel from cover to cover, I haven't done that in a long time.
Actually trying to do here is we're trying to get a feel for how people spend their day.
And I think I should start again, which got me to thinking even more. Where did this fascination with books come from? And a lot of it had to do with my school, because I was very, very lucky to have gone to a school where the teachers were encouraging us to read proper literature.
We don't read and write poetry because it's cute. We read and write poetry because we are members of the human race.
So, in Form 1, my English teacher then, the late, great Edgar Augustine, introduced us to the 39 Steps, which was a thriller and fitting for a bunch of 12 and 13-year-olds. But then he pushed us a bit further. The next year, we read Lord of the Flies, and we read about how civilization is just a thin veneer. And when we're put to the test, it's so easy to just break down, and we resort to savagery. I mean, it's been decades, but I still remember this story about Ralph and Piggy, and it's had an impression. Then Augie, that's what we called him, he made us read Animal Farm. And there we learn about how political ideals can be contorted and changed into something totally warped. Now, these were fairly complex ideas, and the fact that I can remember it means that it worked, conveying ideas via literature. If he had come in and talked to us about Soviet Russia or whatever it is, we'd probably fall asleep. But when you have a story with talking pigs, how can you resist?
In one short year, Animal Farm will be the finest in the world. Dreams.
And of course, once you start on Orwell, you have to go on to 1984, and we read that too, with its story about how a government can control its populace through propaganda, through the control of information, through the control of speech. The whole idea of newspeak was to reduce the number of words so that people do not have the vocabulary with which to stand up against the government. Fascinating stuff. And we got it. We maybe not completely, but we got part of it, at least. Now, not all my teachers were, pushing Orwellian doom and gloom. I had another teacher, my favorite teacher, the late Mr. Tan Ha-yong, my math teacher, but he introduced me to books like Dune, which was amazing, and Watership Down, with its subtle environmental message, as well as comments on the structure of society and faith, and all told with rabbits. Who can resist rabbits? Anyway, I just want to say to my mate, thanks for the books, and to my teachers, thanks for the lessons. Do you have a favorite book? You want to share it with us? Well, you can on YouTube or Facebook.